new to my channel, do not judge me off of this look because I'm trying new brushes. What up, my fam bam? Ashley Elizabeth here with AHM Artistry, in case you didn't know whose video you were watching yet. In today's video, we are going to be trying out the BH Cosmetics Rose Romance brush set. And I didn't necessarily have the intentions on reviewing these when I ordered these for myself last week, but I pulled it on Insta stories and everybody, I didn't have one single no, don't review. Everybody said yes, review. So, okay, I'm here. I'm going to do like kind of a review. This is more of like a first impressions, but I'll update you guys if anything changes after a few days of using them. So if you want to see all 16 of these brushes being used on my face, how the quality is, then let's go ahead and do my little intro, do all the little specifications, and we'll try these brushes right on my face. Alright, first of all, it comes in this little pretty box right here, everything all together. This retails for $26 on the BH Cosmetics website. Sometimes you can get BH products on Ulta, sometimes you can't, sometimes you get them in store, sometimes you can't. I don't really know what the dealio is, but usually BH Cosmetics has the best deals most of the time unless Ulta's running a specific sale. I, however, got it during a brush special they were doing, so I actually got this set for $16. Oh my gosh. And they do different sales like every few days. There's different stuff going on. So I would say if there's like something that you're looking for, whether it be a palette or a lipstick or a brush set, wait a few days and see if there's a sale, if you can wait. And then there's sometimes coupons floating around and stuff like that. If there's any coupons that I can find, I'll definitely link it in the description box. In this set that I got right here, there are 12 brushes that come in the set and this cute, super cute little rose gold and white bag. Oh, I love it. $26 for 12 brushes means it's only $2.17 a brush, rounding up. $2.17 a brush. That is crazy. And look at this guy. It's big, a little dense and nice. It's pretty. I like it. I mean, the first impressions looking at them quality is gorgeous. They're not necessarily a heavy handled brush, but sometimes I don't really like working with heavy handles, so that doesn't bother me. It's kind of like the, what's it called? John Taffert says it. Is it John Taffert? Bar Rescue guy talks about perceived value or something. Just because something's heavy doesn't necessarily mean it's better, so I don't care that they're not heavy. The bristles feel soft, they feel fine. Only this brush right here is the only one that has like two random long hairs. Not necessarily shedding, they just look like, I don't know what happened, but everything else looks beautiful, super soft. Like, that's a really good feeling contour brush right there. These ones that I got are synthetic. BH Cosmetics is cruelty free. It seems like they used to have brushes maybe that had natural fibers in it. I went through a good amount of the brush sets and I couldn't see any that still use natural brushes. So I don't know if they're completely vegan brushes now or if some are mixed into brush sets. So if you are vegan or you are only looking for brushes that are using synthetic fibers, just double check on the website first just to be safe. But these ones right here are synthetic. So I don't want to do anything too different today, so I'm just going to go in with the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer, and yeah, because I don't want to blame the brushes if something's not working, if I'm trying something new, you know. So I'm using everything that I've used before that pairs well together. I'm going to go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect, and I am in the shade 01 Creamy Vanilla. This shade finally matches me. Who has been subscribed to me since I did the 7 days of cruelty-free drugstore foundation series, because that's when I got it and it was in the winter and this shade did not match me then. So now this is like the only foundation that does match me. I mean, I have a couple that do, but I do like this one. It's been working pretty nice. I just can't wear it for a long time because it kind of greases up a little bit in the summer, since it's summer now. So I can't win, because now that the shade matches me, it's like a little bit greasy for summer. So for brushes, I'm gonna go in with this one. It just says the number 2. They call it the Flat Top Foundation Brush. You'll see if you go and look on the BH Cosmetics website that a lot of the brushes, the brush sets have similar style brushes. The reason why I got brushes, actually, I should say, I only needed a couple that I felt like it was time to replace some, and also I wanted some more detailing ones. I bought it for the little angled brush right here, and then these smaller ones right here. This little tiny concealer brush, and I got that for cutting the crease, and then this little like pencil blending brush. This seems to be blending out nice. It feels, it's not super dense, as you can see it kind of, you know, blends around, but It seems to be blending really nicely, and it's not leaving any streaks. So I like that. Well, that blended pretty nicely. It didn't like accentuate pores or anything like some brushes can like dig into. Looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and do some concealer. I'm just gonna use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I'm gonna slather it on. I'll let the concealer really do the work here. A little update on this concealer. I do still like it, but it does run out faster than the Shape Tape. It seems like I'm already getting low and I haven't even had it that long. So running out way faster than Shape Tape. So that turns into, is the value really there? I don't know. I'm gonna just use that same foundation brush to blend out because there's no other brush that I think would do a great job. And I usually would use a beauty blender anyways, but let's just see how this brush does. Yeah, so the brush sets, there are some other brush sets that had the brushes that I wanted inside of it. But at that point, I looked at the different ones, different styles, and then I figured out which style was my favorite. And you guys, this rose gold style is so pretty. I love it. The makeup bag is super cute. I don't necessarily need it, but it's, you know, it's extra. It's a bonus. That's cool. Definitely find these on sale because the value is even better when it's on sale. Like, it's crazy. $16 I paid for all these. Like, I'm still like, what? Too good to be true? We're gonna find out, right? That worked very well to blend out. Sometimes brushes, especially with the concealers, will get really streaky and it's just like too thick to blend, but I like that. Let's see if it'll blend out the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer because this stuff is thick and I like to use it to brighten up. And the Conceal and Define is not very thick from the other one, so this one, it just gives a little more coverage, but you have to work fast. So let me work fast. Okay, I won't talk yet, but that's doing pretty well. I'm liking it. So that is looking good. Not streaky or anything. Blended out nice. I don't have any excess underneath the eyes. I am super like nervous about it being too much, so I am gonna take a dry beauty blender and just tap and make sure. No, none's coming off. Now to powder up, I'm gonna go in with that Tarte setting powder that I've been using, and I'm gonna use this brush right here. This is called the #1, and it's called the Powder Brush. So I'm just gonna dip it into this and see if it can pick up product. It has a little bit, let's see. It drags a little bit on this foundation, so let's pat. And then let's go underneath the eyes. A little big for underneath the eyes, but let's just try it. Oh yeah. Seems to be diffusing the pores really easily. Obviously that's some setting powder, but then the brush is actually doing better than at first thought. Let's do half the face in this one, and then this is technically the highlighting brush right here. This is the tapered highlight brush, but it's really good and pointed for underneath the eyes, so I want to try it on a little bit over there, and then we'll still use it to highlight, but I don't like it as much as the other side, so let's just go back to regular powder brush. To be honest, not as fluffy for a setting powder brush as I like one super fluffy. I use the Wet n Wild one, and it feels like a bunny's tail, and it's so soft and it's so pretty. I would like this brush for a foundation powder foundation, which I do use sometimes, especially when it's like super hot outside and I just want like a really natural, easy breezy look. So this one I think would be good for that if you use powder foundation. Maybe even a little bronzer. Maybe we can test out that theory. All right, now time to contour. So I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I use the shade all the way on the left side of the palette, and sometimes I dip into this one to bronze, but I use something else today. So I specifically bought this box for this one. This is the #3 angled blush / contour brush. You like to use these for contouring, not for blush, but I have to use this for blush too. I have to just clean it off and do dual purpose. Picking up a little bit of product, not too much. Let's see if we can, let's just see. Well, that's working really nicely. Very pretty. Okay, it's looking really defined, but yet diffused. Defined and diffused. That's what we want our contour to be. Let's see how I can do the nose real quick. Yes, I am liking that brush. That is working rather nicely. Let's see, what is this one? Number 5. This is the small contour brush. So you can technically take this one and get like that little bit of chisel. Yeah, let's try it. That might be too harsh for me, but you do you, honey boo. It is working really nice. Yeah, that does define it really nicely. That is nice. Yeah, I do like it. Either one will work. Let's go ahead and go back to the angled one, and let's do our bronzer, and then on the other side I will use the powder brush if I can find it. It rolled away, fell off of the table and onto the floor. I lost my poor powder brush. I can't see it anymore. Oh, it's in this basket. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this hard candy fox. I just dropped everything. One of these days I have to upgrade to a bigger desk. Anyways, I have to do what? Oh, I'm gonna use the hard candy fox in a box, and this is in the shade Party Girl. I love these cruelty-free Benefit box dupes, because Benefit is not cruelty-free. Sorry, it ain't. Let's go in first with the angled brush on this side. Yep, love it. Perfect, great, awesome. Cool beans, blue machine. And then let's test my theory with the powder brush and see how that goes on the other side. I know some people like a big bronzing brush and some people like it little, so we can, you know, customize it to how we like it, right? Yeah, that's giving a softer kind of a look. Unless I do too much. I like it better for the forehead, for sure. Overall, both work better. The angle just gave more product depositing onto the face, where the, you know, the fluffy doesn't do as much. Then, in case I want to clean up a little bit on the highlighting parts of the face, I'm gonna go back in with the angled brush, back into these two I did. Yep, that works really well. Cool, easy. All right, blush time. Lately I've been using a fan brush with my blushes because Samantha Ravenel says that's how she does it. So then I started doing it that way. And actually I really like doing it that way. This set doesn't come with a fan brush, however. So this is technically the blush brush that they say. I don't think anybody other ones know. So we're gonna try what they recommend. Okay, it's usually a little too dense for me, but let's just see. Let's just try a tap off a little bit just in case. I don't particularly prefer that. It's a little bit nerve-wracking that I'm going to put too much in one spot and it's going to be hard to blend it. So you do you. If you like using an angled fluffy brush, let me know if you like using an angled fluffy brush. I've been loving the fan brush though. So if you haven't tried it yet and you have a fan brush laying around, try it and just go, because it is just a touch of blush and it is beautiful and it's glowy and I love it. Thank you, Samantha Ravenel. Okay, moving on to highlighter, which every YouTuber loses their freaking mind when we put highlighter on, but it's just the name of the game, baby. I'm gonna go in with the Jeffree Star Platinum Ice palette. This palette does need a denser brush to work with, or else the pigment doesn't come up, I feel, or the highlights. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in with Lavender Snow. Looks really dark in the pan, but it's not too bad. It's obviously going to deposit in a larger area than some of the smaller ones, but it's okay. It's looking good. And then for the nose, I'm going to go in with Ice Cold, which is the lightest shade. Boop, 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 boop. Sometimes I want to make it a little more poppy on that Lavender Snow, so I'll take the same shade, Ice Cold, glaze the cheekbones like a glazed donut. Nice and glowy, looking good. My eyes are getting so red. I used a makeup wipe that I'm basically allergic to and I shouldn't have, and now my eyes are like super red. Why do I do this to myself? All right, time for eyes. I'm gonna use a different eyebrow brush, and I'm not fully comfortable with trying a different eyebrow brush, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you guys. I'm gonna do it for you. Gotta test it out. Oh, there's no spoolie, of course. So I better go get a spoolie. BRB. Brushing them crazy wild sparse hairs. Now I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D Super Brow, which I love this, if you didn't know yet. And this is the number 11 angled liner brush slash brow brush, so it can be used for either. I mean, any of these brushes honestly can be used however you want. Just because it says it's for one thing doesn't mean you're limited to that one thing. If it works in a different way for you, that's fine. You do you, boo. You do you. Yeah, you are not going to be able to get those little tiny hairs with this. It's like a little bit too wide for me for getting that preciseness. So just FYI, let's just do this. Nope, 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 nope. Do not like this brush for my brows. Can't imagine I would like it for my liner either, so I will have to come up with another usage for this. Maybe like, I don't know, something. I'll come up with something. It's just too thick. I like it more tapered brow brush, so my brows are gonna look a little uneven and janky because it's like when I go to even it out, then like this brow's too thick and then this one's still thin, and if I go to like make that one more even, then it's gonna get too much thicker than this one, and then before you know it, my whole face is gonna be a brow. So don't buy it for this unless you like a thicker one or you're using a powder product to just fill in but not create a whole brow. Okay, let's attempt to somewhat carve out my brows slash prime my eyelid space, and I like to use the Frankie Rose I Promise Eye Primer. This is a cruelty-free dupe for the MAC paint pots, so FYI. And I'm going to be using the number 8, which I believe is a concealer brush. Yeah, flat concealer brush. That is what that is called. So that worked nice. That was nice enough. Again, a little too thick this way for my liking. I prefer it slightly more tapered. However, this would be a really good brush for a spot concealer because it has a little bit of fluff to it. Not intense, but a little bit of fluff. So yeah, you know, options, possibly, maybe, we'll see. So now I'm going to dip into the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette, and this is purely because I haven't used this in forever. I've been playing with so many other palettes, testing them out for you guys, and I'm like, I miss it. Where are you? Come back into my life. And here she is. So we're going to do a little looky poo with this. Oh no. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, I did just drop this. When I dropped all my stuff earlier, that whole pan just fell out all over my stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna have to like sweep up what I can and try to repress that. What a sad, sad story. Oh my goodness. BRB. Well, that was fun. All right, I will be able to salvage at least a little bit of it, but at least it's not my favorite shade. Now my palette doesn't look beautiful anymore. That's okay. 'Tis what 'tis, alas. In and out of mixed emotions. Okay, moving back on. So now, do I have a good brow bone one? I'll just use this little angled one really quick. This is number 7, called Angled Shadow Brush. I'm just gonna do Glucose, the white shade in the palette, just to set my brow bone a little bit. That works fine. Obviously I would want a smaller one for that space, but for the purpose of this video, that's fine. Now I'm gonna go right in with their blending brush. This is the number 6 blending brush. I'm gonna go in and use Sugarcane. I haven't used this palette in so long that I don't remember how things look on the eye, but let's see. Use this as a little transition shade. Oh yeah, I forgot. A lot pinker than you think it's gonna be. Good crease brush. Definitely fits right into the crease very easily, so that is good news. Let's see how it blends out. Okay, let's see how this little angled brush does, because it's not quite as fluffy for like all over blending for the lid that I like. So let's see if this can blend out so I don't have to dip into other brushes. That does okay. So I feel like you would still need like an actual fluffier than this blending brush, which I have several. So a little bit fluffier than this, a little bit rounded out is something that I like for bringing it all the way up. If you can see, it's like a little bit of a harsh line. I like it to be a little more diffused. That's my tea on that. But let's go in with cherry soda. Why not? That is a very rich, deep red shade in the palette. And that just fits right into the crease. Yes, so that is really good for this concentrated area when you're adding color into there. Need a little bit of diffuse, but not bringing it all the way up. Use this angled brush again for what it's meant for. Let's go in with Fresh Meat, that really dark maroon shade, and do the corners right here. Yeah, a little big for my corners, for my size eye, but it's laying down the product amazingly. Deepen up the crease a little bit. If you have bigger eyelid space than me, this will work really fine for that. And then let's go ahead and take something smaller. I'm gonna go in with this little pencil brush and deepen up the crease a little bit with that same Fresh Meats shade. Very stiff precision brush, but you can get really good precision with it. You know, today is just an off day for me. You know, the stars are not aligned for me to film a video, but I'm gonna do it anyways. See, look at that precision. Bam! Right there. So just going back in and trying to blend with this, and it was working, but gosh, you guys, it picks up pigment so well that it just like doesn't start diffusing, especially this blending brush. You definitely need a fluffier blending brush for this. So this look is not, if you're new to my channel, do not judge me off of this look because I'm trying new brushes. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's act like this is blended right here and I have a brush to blend it, which I do not. Let's go ahead and cut that crease. Take a little bit of that Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer. So this is another reason why I bought this set, was for this little tiny concealer brush, but I want to use it as a cut crease brush. Take a little bit of that, place it right there, and then like just round out. Let's see. Let's try her out. That was actually really easy. Yes, it does get a little streaky, but then you just go layer it. My most important part is the precision in the rounding, and it's actually really easy to twist it and get that shape. So I like it. So let's go in with just sweetener, which is that cool fire shifty one. And let's see how this packs it on, if it picks up the color well. I'm not cleaning my brush or anything. I'm using the tackiness from the concealer to help pick up the product and lay it down on top of the concealer. Ooh, she's working nice. That's working good. I like it. I like it. Hey, Mikey, she likes it. Okay. I really like that brush. I'm very happy with it. Yes, indeed. So now I'm going to go back in with the number 9, the blending brush, and I'm not even going to add more pigment onto my brush. I'm just going to use whatever's left on there because, like I said, it seems to pick up the product really easily. I'm going to smoke out my bottom lash line. I wouldn't usually use a brush like that, but I don't really see any other brushes I could use on my lower lash line except the little pencil one. So I use that blending brush to blend out the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go in with Extraction and put it right on the lash line. Yeah, I like that one a lot. For the lower lash line, you have to blend out first and then lay it down because it's gonna give a harder line, but it's depositing the color so nicely and just a little bit at a time that I really like it. I feel like if this one was like a third smaller, it would go really well, but it's just, for my eyes, it's just too big. Yeah, that's just like my whole eyes. Like, boop, done. Boop, done. All right, let's go ahead and I want to do my brow bone and inner corner, but there's like literally nothing I can use except probably this. I'll use this concealer brush that I used to prime my eyelids with. I'm gonna take extraction, see if I can lay that down and blend it a little bit, a little tiny bit, because it ain't blended to my liking. And then right in here, it works okay enough. I'm gonna lay it a little bit around right here. That's as good as it's gonna get. Let's go ahead and do a liner. I'm gonna be using the number 12 Precision Liner Brush and going in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Pot Gel Liner and line my lashes, and we're gonna see how this does. I have one that is like this, so I definitely didn't buy it for this, but this is a little bit longer than I prefer, but let's see how it does anyways. Let's just try a wing. Why not? If it gets messed up, who cares? Oh well. I like the colors of this look, but there are some things that are definitely not blended to my liking, and I'm not dipping into other brushes, so let's just give it a shot. I keep like going a little higher to get that point, a little higher to get that point, and it's just not wanting to do that point. So it's just kind of looking a little bit blocky on the wing right there. Let's go ahead and thicken it up down here. Maybe one of those giant wings, I guess. I guess I'm doing a giant wing. Things got worse. So this one is not looking terrible. I don't know why I pointed it so high, but I kept trying. I didn't want to do a wing this large, but I kept trying, like I said, to make a nice tiny little point, and this just doesn't, it just stops at too hard of a stop. It doesn't taper. Again, it doesn't taper enough. And when I went to this side, I just, all hell broke loose. I don't know. There were riots in the street, things were happening. I can't, it's too big, it's too Amy Winehouse, and no. No for a wing, yes for this part. So on the pro side, it works really well on the base, and it picks up this clay liner so well. To be honest, the liner brush that I was using before does not, and it's from Delium brushes, and it does not pick up the product as well as this one did. Obviously, like, it is black. My liner is black, so I will be using this when I just want to do my base, or for only my base, and then I'll go in with the Delium brush, because the Delium brush is so itty bitty tiny, and I can just get a little tiny wing, or my felt tip liner. So know that. Not great for a wing, good for a regular liner. Now, with that being said, this look is really messed up anyways, so let's go ahead and try to use it on my waterline, because I have a really hard time. Oh, yeah. Okay, that works. Yep, okay. I'm just gonna put it right there. I'm just gonna put it right there, yeah. Let's just play now. Let's go ahead and see if this works on the upper waterline too, because usually gel is really hard to do that. Yeah. Ooh, that actually works really, really well in the waterline. Wow. Okay. All right. So I'm mad at it for a wing, but I ain't mad at it for the rest. So don't buy it for the wing, buy it for regular, and you'll be golden. Since we're at it, let's go ahead and see how the actual brow liner does. Let me clean this off really quick. Let's just see how it does working in the waterline. If it picks up, oh, it's too much. Ugh, that's a little too much, but what the heck. Yeah, it's too much, but it's good if you want to see how it's kind of like smoked out down here. It'd be good if you wanted to do a full-on like smoky eye look with that. Yeah, you could smoke it. Ooh. Yeah, it's good for that. It is really good for smoking it out. Okay, cool. I think that is it. So let me go ahead and give you my overall thoughts. All right, my love bugs, that is it for today's video. If you are new here, don't go away yet. First, you want to go down and hit that little subscribe button and join a little fam bam. That way you get notified when I post new uploads, which is about 3 times or more a week. definitely head over to a BH Cosmetics website and check out the brush set. See if there are any that you could get a use out of, if there's any brushes that you're missing in your collection. Sometimes it's better just to get a brush set. Sometimes it's not, but sometimes it is. For me, this was totally worth the value, even if I only used 3 of the brushes. I mean, I only paid $16 because of the sale that was going on. I usually pay $16 or more for one brush, and this set gave me 12, and there's at least 3 that I purchased it for that I love, but there's other brushes in here that I do love. There's just a couple that are just like, I have to find a different use for them. So for me, the value is totally there. You just have to decide for yourself if the value is in it for you, and if there's a brush set that can accommodate your needs. If you're just starting out, if you're a beginner and you're trying to grow your brush set, I would say, yeah, these are great starter brushes, and they're cruelty free, and you can find vegan options. So I definitely think that there is a good value in this set. I love the Wet n Wild brushes, but they're ones that I like, the silvery ones with the pointed handle. They're rose gold now, and they went way up in price, and you have to pay for them individually. So I would check these out instead, and then get the set, play around with it, and if you feel like there's anything else that you need, you can get it in singles somewhere else, or BH Cosmetics has some singles too. You could probably even get 2 brush sets and like get a full complete for like $50 or less. That is a good freaking deal. I'm very impressed with BH Cosmetics. I came across that company probably at the beginning of the year, and everything that I've used so far, I am like, I'm super happy with. The shadows are great. There's only a couple shadows in each palette that give me a little bit of trouble, which for like a $15 eyeshadow palette is not bad at all. All right, I gotta go wash this off because the eyeliner is specifically driving me crazy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed and learned a little something, and have a great freaking awesome lovely day. Oh, you guys. Nah.